Hello, everybody. It's the Mutant Podcast here with Matt Schilling.
Blake Michael Foster.
That's how he says his name every time. Gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of parts of the body that you can hurt over and over again without any really adverse consequences. Maybe you hurt some nerves somewhere, you can't move your hand as good as you did. But let's say you get in a near fatal car accident, go into a coma for a couple of years, you wake up, lo and behold, you got brain damage.
Oh yeah.
Look at Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Look at Gary Busey. Look at
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
I think brain damage. I think he's better off brain damaged. Honestly, Gary Busey kicks ass.
Gary Busey is a character.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is in every movie. Gary Busey is the main star, no matter what role he's in.
Yeah.
Even
if he's like the fucking supporting actor, of,
like
the
he was
supporting
in
actress.
He was in Celebrity Apprentice a couple of years ago, and he was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Donald Trump. Everyone knows he's just trying to get attention from everybody.
Have you seen that roast that Gary Busey was a part of? I forget who was being roasted.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Because all I remember was Gary Busey.
Yeah, exactly.
Roasting
it should have been called Gary Busey Roasts Gary Busey.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. He roasted himself.
Yeah.
He went up there on the fucking podium, and he was roasting people, and then he fucking roasted himself. And look at that Gary Busey over there.
He's got giant teeth.
Yeah.
He won't stop smiling.
Yeah, it looks like a goddamn fucking row of urinals. I don't know whether to smile back at him or piss in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Something like that.
Yeah,
anyway, it was fucking hilarious.
Well, that's what I say to people every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, if only we could be so lucky. I'm not saying to get brain damage, obviously. I'm just saying to survive something that could very nearly kill us, but then turn us into an eccentric, just of a person. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
Like, dude, this guy went from being in Predator 2, just like a limp noodle in Predator 2, to being the fucking life of the party everywhere.
I would love to have that friend.
Yeah.
I would love to have him as a friend. I would just invite him, no matter what. Even if I was having a sit-in with my grandparents, I was just, nothing to do. Hey, come on over, Gary Busey. Lighten the fucking mood. I guarantee you'd come over and turn it into a fucking circus, no matter what no matter what we were doing.
Yeah. This guy has Animal House happening every fucking day in his brain, nonstop, and then he just tries to make it happen.
Yep.
Now, there's other people, I don't know anyone else with brain damage except for one. Except I know one other person with brain damage.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, it's a friend of my mom's, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not one to throw insults around, because I don't mean to insult her, but the most annoying person I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
Honestly.
What's her name and address?
Her name is anonymous, and her address is on Mars somewhere.
Her name is bitch. No, go on.
Anyway, so this anonymous here apparently thinks that God personally saved her.
Oh, great.
Not only did he cause her to get into a nearly fatal car accident, but he also saved her life personally. Like, he reached down. It's like a little kid playing with Hot Wheels, You crash a couple of cars into each other too hard a little bit, and when the ants fall out, it's like, oh, I didn't mean that, and you pet it a little bit. Keep it from dying, you give it some water. So now she's still alive. It's great she's still alive, obviously.
No.
Not wishing death on anybody, but now she cannot go 2 sentences without mentioning how God saves. Have you dealt with people like that?
Yes,
and I'm talking about, this is beyond trying to save your soul. This is beyond proselytizing. This is the only thing I know is God, and God's good. And I'm going to tell you about it whether you want to hear it or not. And I don't want to hear it, but I'm still going to tell you about it.
Well, very frustrating, people. Very frustrating. Okay, so I have a question. How does she look in terms of hotness?
Well,
would you bang her if she was naked?
Honestly, she's like tomboyish for Probably like 60 years old.
Well, that has nothing to do with what I'm asking. But would you bang her?
Like, I'm getting to it. Talks about freaking sex all the time.
Really?
All the time, yeah, all the time.
Talks about sex and God.
Yeah. And yes, I probably would bang her.
One hell of a combo. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it would take some. I'd probably take some pill advantage, or something like that.
So she's
look.
hot then? She's
no.
A
Well,
gilf.
she's if she's naked, yeah.
Really?
That's any girl's naked hot though. I mean, like,
well,
she could be fucking like run over by a car. Not her specifically. Any girl could be run over by a car, and then she like just you give me a couple seconds before the ambulance comes and.
Oh my god! What are we talking about here?
This is a jokes. These are jokes here.
No, I'm with you. I would fuck an unconscious body if as long as it didn't complain that I beat the shit out of it while I'm fucking it. I like to slap the chick around a little bit and I'm
This is real PC, guys. We've got a PC in front of us telling us this is PC.
Jesus, I like to pretend I'm raping. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Anyway, go ahead.
Going a little too far there. So, brain damage.
What?
Brain damage. Yeah, I suffer from a little bit of that. I got hit in the head with a golf club one time.
You did?
Yeah.
I did too.
Was it the same golf club?
Are you fucking shitting me?
I'm serious.
You got hit in the head with a golf club.
It was a long time ago, yeah.
What happened with that? Because I'm curious.
I I fell off of a slide. When I was a little kid. I was like a baby.
You fell off a slide.
I tried, like, my brother goes down the slide backwards because he's hot shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I can do that too. Like, as like a little kid. I'm talking about like 2 years old.
You sure this wasn't yesterday?
It could have been yesterday. I don't remember. Anyway, I tried to go back. I tried, and I remember this honestly, as like a 2-3-year-old. I don't know how old I was. 23-year-old, 2, 3, or 23. Who knows? Anyway, I remember thinking there that hey, I can go down the slide backwards too.
No.
In my baby speak. Go down the slide backwards, immediately fall off the side, onto my head. And I remember my head cracked open. I don't really actually remember that. I just remember huge amounts of pain and crying. And my dad, like, rushing me to a fucking hospital. And then, yeah. So, now I can only see black and white. And,
What? Bullshit.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
Jesus Christ, you're scaring me here.
But for real, I also see dead people. but that's because that's because I killed them.
Did you
first.
Did you really get hit in the head with a golf club?
Yeah, dude. And times I have to say yes.
That's great because I got hit in the head with a golf club too when I was a kid. And I got right here. I got 20-something stitches, and the doctor told me that if it was a little bit to the left, that I would be dead. And
too bad that guy didn't have better aim, huh?
Motherfucker. And it was a huge hole in my head. And I remember thinking, my dipshit friend, I was putting the ball on the tee, and he decided to swing at the same time. And I remember thinking, when it happened, after it happened, I remember thinking, I want to see the hole in my head. I want to see it. I was like fascinated with it. I was like, whoa, there's a hole in my head? Because you know how little kids are just like, whoa,
gore,
blood and shit.
Saw, dude. The first Saw movie.
Yeah, right? Well, this was long before that, but I went to the hospital, got stitches, and it was nuts. I could have died. And it was also
he also got hit in the head with nuts,
which was also
like big ass balls, and they just like blew open his skull.
Yeah, it was nuts. But which is why I'm fucking mentally retarded today. So
there was another hit I took in high school, where I was going to reach, and we had these big ass like heavy duty doors as the barrier between the outside and the inside, and then you go inside your individual classroom, and those doors were smaller, right?
The
B building. Remember that from Norco High?
Yep.
I go in, I step forward to grab the handle. Right before I grab the handle, some
oh shit,
some fucking
and I can see it now.
Some superhero, some goddamn Superman from the other side of the door kicks it open, right into my face. The edge of the door hits my temple. This is what the scar is from.
Yep.
Cuts it open, Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was at the same time extremely painful and not painful at all. Like, painful in the fact that I just got rammed in the head by a fucking door, but not painful in the fact that it was in my skull and I got a hard head or something. I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, the hit hurt. After that, the pain was gone. I just had a gash in my head. I remember going to the nurse, and she's freaking out hard, because, you know, there's one thing a kid can't have, and that's a head injury on her watch. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But luckily, it only made me weirder. So anyway, she sends me off, and I got lucky. I got off school for a couple of days after that. The rest of the week, I got school off. Got stitches, you know. Came back, told all the girls I just got in a knife fight, and they believed it.
And you didn't get laid, of course.
And I still didn't get laid. I mean, it was like fucking 7th grade, though, so...
Yeah.
It's not like... It's not laying time.
Who gets laid in 7th grade?
Not me.
That could be a t-shirt. Who gets laid in 7th grade?
That's it rhymes, too. It's good. It's good.
Oh, God, Jesus. I mean, yeah,
God, Jesus.
We all got scars. I got one on my nutsack, and I'll tell you why. When I was a kid, I was naked, running around, and I tried to hop over the fence, snag my sack. I was about, 10 or so, and I ripped my sack open. Not completely open where the balls come out, but...
Dude, I don't need to hear that right now.
That's, I got a little scar on my sack now because of that. And it's a reminder...
Let me see.
...of how fragile
JK.
our
JK
ball
internet.
sacks are. And now, the moral of that story is, punch yourself in the nuts as hard as you can.
That was a very shitty story. Dude, I had something. I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now. So, why don't you let us know in the comments section any injuries that you guys have sustained.
Mm-hmm.
That have made you more of a crazy person like we are. Any injuries that have made you mutants.
Yep.
Because, we are who we are, and who we are our scars.